Hey up, I'll do, and welcome to episode 3 today. This is feature 5 of series 2, so we're halfway through series 2. It's crazy to think that, man. If you want to capture all the previous chats, including all 47 from series 1, what you want to do is make your way to YouTube and go to Pop Cult Chic. You can find everything on there, or also on IG Live or IGTV by going to pop.cult.chic. We're going to be speaking with Eddie Van Heel. He's just come to the group. He's going to send a request and then we'll let technology do its thing. We're going to be nattering all the way over to New York. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey up, brother.
Hello, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Long time no see.
I know. I was trying to see if you might have picked up a proper American twang and that.
No, not yet. I'm definitely still Yorkshire.
Yes, keeping it real.
I know, mate. No, all my friends would give me so much shit if I had an American accent. So gotta keep it repping.
How are you settling out there? Because I know you went out originally with Red Bull, but you're doing your own thing now, aren't you?
No, so I'm with another energy drink company called Nocco. And they're based in the UK, but they're more based at like gyms and fitness and stuff. So still in sales, still in drinks. My wife still works at Red Bull though, so which I didn't have when I was in Leeds. So yeah, met her out here, and yeah, we got married last year actually, which is crazy.
I saw the photos, mate. Look, pimp.
Yeah, it looked fun. It was fun. We had a few people who flew out from Leeds and people from all over, but we had a good weekend. But it was, but yeah, it was a good time. It was a really good time.
And then, yeah, tell us a bit about New York. We are actually speaking with a DJ called David Kiss, who's the promoter, booking DJ of House of Yes.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever been to New York? Have you been to New York?
No, brother.
Mate, you have to. Well, I don't know where. Probably not anytime soon, but no, it's good. So I came out in 2015, so it's been 5 years now.
That's mad.
Which is crazy. It's gone so fast. but I feel like I've been here forever now. But it's good. We live in Brooklyn, just over the river in Williamsburg, so it takes like 2 minutes to get to Manhattan. And we feel pretty settled out here now. And then yeah, so we're right in Brooklyn. We're looking at actually buying a house upstate, so just a bit out of the city, so we can have a bit of time to go and get out and have some relaxation up out of the city, which is needed because it gets quite intense over here. But
I can imagine. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, just saying. I love it. Feels like yeah, we've been here a while. Feel really settled, and but it's always nice to come home though as well. I always look forward to a trip back to Leeds. Unfortunately, it's only like once or twice a year, but no, I miss it a lot.
Do you know what though? It's like New York for me. I've never been, but it's always calling. It's always calling. Like the dude that I was speaking to, he was telling me that in like the mid noughties, so like 2010, the start of the teens, is if that's whatever it were called. But there were a big like warehouse underground scene that was going off in Williamsburg, where loads of illegal raves were happening. And
yes,
if you're not around that, you don't know that is happening. And yet it sounded like one of the most exciting bursts of culture to come out of there for a while.
So it's still there. So now you kind of have Brooklyn, and then you've got more outer boroughs where all the warehouses are. There's a place called Bushwick, which is where House of Yes is.
Yeah.
And that's where all these like warehouses are now turned into clubs and raves and all that kind of stuff, which I haven't been for a while, but House of Yes is an amazing place. You would love it, actually. It's bonkers.
Yeah,
you go in, there's people swinging from the roof. There's all sorts going on. It's a wild party, but it's good fun.
Yeah, I've got it on the radar to definitely go, and fingers crossed play as well. So we'll see. I was going to be coming out. Well, yeah, that would be. Well, I was planning on coming out after Burning Man this year. So I was going to go Burning Man on, is it Labor Day weekend?
think so. August,
Look,
right? End of
yeah,
August.
August. Look at me with my bank holiday knowledge
You are
there.
good.
I didn't even know today was bank holiday. That's how much the days have gone over here.
Yeah,
But
well, here it is as well. It's a Memorial Day today.
oh,
So
it's
we have
Veterans
Memorial
Day, isn't
Day.
it?
I think there's two different ones, but Memorial Day is usually like the start of summer, and then Labor Day is like the end of summer. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hopefully,
So I was
it's
gonna
good
go
fun.
Burning Man,
Yeah.
and then do a bit of LA, and then I was gonna head to New York and do some comedy in New York. So as soon as all this is done, it's still the plan.
Oh, I hope so, dude. Well, you'll have to definitely let me know because I'd love to catch up with you. But yeah, at the moment it's still a bit of it's still all on lockdown and it's mad over here, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like it's still going to be a few months before even like bars, restaurants, and clubs open. But yeah, we just got to get through it, I guess. Same with you guys over there.
It is. It's same. It's same. I think obviously there's a social responsibility, but it does feel
For
a bit.
sure.
But it's the uncertainty, really. It's
I
like
know.
we just don't know if it's going to be 2 months, if it's going to be 3, 4, end of the year, how it's
I
going to
know.
be when it does come to open. But there's a few little videos that are bobbing up of legal social raves that have been happening. There was one in Trust the Dutch. It was in Holland, I think,
Oh,
and
really?
everybody had to stand in. They had to stay on the spot when they were raving. But they were still having it. I was like, yeah, I could be down with a
Amazing.
bit of that. If you were to say to me right now, like,
Stand in
there's a
that
rave,
spot.
but you've got to stand in the same spot, I'm there.
I'd do that. Just
That's
draw a big
it.
circle. Just draw a big circle around you and be like, this is my dance spot."
Yeah. Do you like, you know, when, do you remember the song by DJ Cool? I think it is. It goes, "Let me clear my throat." Like, na 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 na
Oh, I
na
would
na
definitely
na na
recognize
na
it if I
na.
heard
There's
it.
a dance
Oh yeah,
to that, but imagine the dance, everyone's like dancing the same way. So when you've
so
got to go to
funny.
the toilet, you've all got to do a dance to get out at tent to do it. That'd be funny.
That's wild. No, that would be that. But there's loads of things that are happening, like virtual raves over Zoom, and
Mm.
yeah, we've had a few fun Zoom parties with our friends back in Leeds, and I did a virtual stag do on Saturday. So I was part of a. So it was my mate. My mate was actually going to be getting married. Do you remember Jim? He used to work at a Porto.
Yeah.
Yeah, had like beard. He was meant to be getting married, but unfortunately got cancelled. So we did a virtual stag do on Saturday. So we all had like drinking games and all that kind of stuff. But you've got to do what you can, I guess, to kind of adapt.
That's it. That's the word. It's adapting, isn't it? It is
Yeah.
adapting. Who else were on there from Leeds then?
Oh, who are my friends? Dell,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Dell, Jack Wolseley. He was
yeah.
on. John Lee, Dazzler, on the whole crew.
Fair.
Yeah,
So
we had a good little
the
session.
mad thing with Zoom is like it just picks up who's the loudest. So that must have been chaos.
It was. Well, I had to lead it, so I kind of led it, and then I let everyone just go for it. But after a few drinks, it was chaos. But yeah. So now, are you Burning Man? I've never been to Burning Man. It sounds good fun though. Have you been
It's
before? A few times.
yeah. I went in 2018. Like
Wow,
it's not a festival. It's like
an experience.
I know it sounds proper cliche, but it is a passage. It's like it's a
Yeah.
proper journey. It's like
I feel like
you've
everyone
got
has to do it, right?
yeah, 100%.
Everyone has
Like
to do it. Yeah.
because do you know what it does? Is it opens up a fresher perspective for this whole situation. You
Right.
know, I think that what's coming through now is a lot of compassion, a lot of understanding, and I think
Yeah.
that's because we're all in the same boat. So for one of the first times in our generation, anyway, it's not that there's issues that one section or sector of society might feel and others might not, so they can't like resonate with it and you know might not be empathetic to it, which is a different
Right.
conversation for another day. But this time we all know what we're going through, so we're all sort of suffering but going through it together, and that's what
Together. Yeah.
Burning Man is. Burning Man's literally suffering together.
Yeah. It's hot, right, and dusty.
Oh, bro, like it's 40 plus degrees in the
That's wild.
desert.
That's wild.
And you're riding a bike to get around.
That's
Like
insane.
5 days in, yeah, 5th day in, I like had a tantrum with my bike and I switched in music to my bike. I was like, I'm just walking everywhere now. I'm not like my bum couldn't take that on that seat and I just
Yeah,
wanted
I
to walk.
bet.
It's pro. I wanted to ring my mum. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to ring my mum.
I would have done too. No, it sounds like after, is it a week? A week in the
Yes, so
desert?
it's a full week, and then I'm giving it an hard pitch there, but like it's so rewarding. Like the
I'm
people
sold.
that are
No, I'm
there,
sold.
like the community, the fact that it's in the middle of a desert means that everything that's there has been built, and it's been built by the people that are going there. So the
Yeah.
effort, the energy, the love that's gone into all these places. There's different workshops, different
Right.
classes, crazy sights. That's
I
keep
bet.
it PC, but crazy sights.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it is
What
wild. It's like
happens?
it's
What happens if
crazy.
overnight stays there?
It's
That's hilarious.
crazy. And then after we went to Lake Tahoe and we
Oh,
just
nice.
like
Wow.
chilled there. Beautiful there.
Yeah, my friend actually got married in Lake Tahoe. It's a beautiful place, but we went in winter, so it was all snowy. But no, I bet that was a nice bit of refreshment after being in the
Yeah.
desert.
Well, I think they call it decommentalizing or something. It's like after
Yeah,
what you've just been through. Because if I couldn't see the moon, I would really swear that they'd like took me to like the moon. But now I think it's
yeah,
Mars. I really think we
right.
go through a vortex and we go to Mars. I swear, like.
Yeah, I'm
And then
not surprised.
so Tahoe was cool because it was chill. It was just all zen. And they were saying that it's two completely different seasons, like because it's a ski resort as well and
Yeah, yeah.
snowboarding resort. And we were like, what? Like it's about 30 degrees. I just couldn't
No.
picture it. And then I wondered if like the lake could ever freeze over as well because that was just huge. And we were staying right by the lake.
Yeah, I don't think it, yeah, well when we went it hadn't frozen, but I think it might be too big. Or I don't know whether it gets cold enough, but yeah, it's huge, isn't it? It's an amazing
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
Yeah, it's making
nice.
me crave some nature. I need it now, man. Need a little trip out of the city and go see some lakes and trees.
Where's near you? Where would you go if you could?
Yeah, so we're in Brooklyn, so but you can get out. You can get out to the beach. So you go out to like Long Island, Hamptons kind of area. But right now that's super busy actually because that's kind of what everyone's done. Everyone's left the city and they've gone out to their places by the beach. I wish we had one. And then, or you can go upstate, which is like 2 hour drive, and then you go out into like the wilderness. There's lakes, there's trees. It's beautiful actually, and that's where everyone goes for the weekend. You can go for hikes in the mountains. It's nice. So it's good to escape up there for a little bit after you've been in the city for too long. So
Is that still New York State then?
yeah. So New York State actually is huge. It's
Yeah,
huge. It goes all the way up to
Canada.
like Buffalo, yeah,
Yeah,
near Canada. Yeah, it's insane. It's huge. But then New York City is like just New York, Manhattan as such. And then you have Brooklyn, you've got New Jersey, and then you've got Queens, Bronx, all of those. But yeah, I'm getting used to it now after being here so long. But yeah, that's the idea. We'll probably stay here and then move out the city and go to where it's a little bit less crazy. Have kids maybe, but not yet.
what are the boroughs like? What are the different boroughs like?
Yeah, so that's it. So you have the boroughs are like Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, like Staten
Staten
Island. But
Island,
yeah,
yeah.
but it's all yeah, everyone it's all has its own unique kind of like atmosphere and people and but yeah, we live in Brooklyn. We love it. We love it over here in Williamsburg. It's a little bit quieter. It's still quite cool. Loads of bars, restaurants, shops, and I literally cycle into Manhattan. It takes me like 9 minutes. So you're right, still in the bang smack of everything, but it's a little bit less expensive, which is good. But then you go out a bit further. You got like Queens, and I've actually never been to Staten Island though, which I should. But when you just have your own little spot, you kind of just hunker down there, don't you?
I was gonna say, is it a bit like when my mates go to London and they always tend to stay around their own like places, and it's like, well, that's just there, and like, yeah,
I
but when
know.
you live
You
here,
know,
you
it's
never
weird,
go
isn't
there,
it?
and I suppose it'd be the same.
Well, I used to live when I lived in Manhattan. I used to live in the Upper East Side, and that is just the top end of Manhattan. But it literally takes, I would say, 15 minutes on a tube on a subway. And I used to be up there, and all my friends were like, I'm not coming up to the Upper East Side. I'm like, it takes 15 minutes. Like, people at home would go to, like, Manchester for a night out, and that's from Leeds to Man. That would be an hour, and people would still do it. but people wouldn't even venture up there. But it's true. If you have your own little space, then why would you go? Why would you go anywhere else? But yeah, no, it's good fun. So yeah, Brooklyn's nice. It's really good. And if you come out, you'll have to hit me up, and we'll go and check out a few spots. Some good comedy spots as well. Some really good comedy spots over here. There's a place called the Knitting Factory, which is in Williamsburg, and they do loads of comedy shows. I went and saw a few there. And then obviously in Manhattan, you've got Comedy Cellar and all those good ones. But where would you look at doing a spot?
Well, this is it. I was gonna just get on Google and have a little bit of a peruse to see what it was about. Because when I went to Australia, I did exactly the same. I ended up finding a few spots, and then when I got there, because the thing is, I'm not like established, it's not like there need to be a lot of promo. I'd need to sort of rely on a club that has good turnover of
open mic
audience,
stuff. And
just show up. But in Australia, it worked differently. So I ended up putting on 2 of my own shows because I'm a hustler. And
it looked amazing. It's so impressive, the stuff you're doing, by the way. It's really incredible. You've always been a hustler, man.
Well, you know, it's got to be, man. Like that, it's that Bradford mentality. But it was crazy because when I got out there to Melbourne originally, I wanted to jump on a night, and then they were just being a bit funny. And I was like, well, I promote comedy nights, and if an Aussie had to come over to me and said, I'm on a world tour, you know, I just want to jump on and do 5, 10, whatever minutes, I won't be like, no, or the audience might think it's overrun by 10 minutes. I'd be like, yo, we've got someone over. So that fueled the fire. And then,
I feel in New York they would eat that up though. They would love you to come over, and they would never say no. Anyone who wants to jump up, I'm sure it'll be fine. But
well, this is it. So I might get you to do a recce. But
so I actually have a friend who, an Aussie, funny enough, an Aussie guy who used to work at or still works at an Aussie cafe that I've done a few shifts at actually, and he does comedy shows.
Yes.
And he puts them on, and he books them and stuff. So I'm gonna link you up with him. Yeah. And so it just kind of twigged then, and he's the one who put on the show at the Knitting Factory. So he books everyone, but he puts on some awesome stuff, and he's a comedian himself. So I'll have to I'll link you up after this, and I'll put you both in touch, and then obviously whenever it is, it might not even be till next year, but at least you guys can connect.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is, that'd probably work better, because if there's somewhere, then I can develop material and send over, and can, you know, do a bit of a promo run. Because my thing is, at the minute, it's like I've written material specific for America, so it's like I understand there's 2 different audiences. That's what I did Australia. I tailored it a bit, but I feel like I don't know how I'd play it with the American crowd. You see, that's what I'm a bit dubious about.
It's tough because, but also New York isn't really like America as such, because people are from everywhere, and it's a very international place. So there won't be that many New Yorkers there, but there'll be people from everywhere, Aussies. But just play it how you would play it anywhere, I would say, and do your normal stuff, and I think people would eat it up and love it. So.
Have you caught up with Plummy? Do you know Nick Plum?
I don't think I know Nick Plum. Who's Plummy?
He original, like, one of Leeds heads who, like, Foxy and the Silvers of the world and all that, and then he went to work in London at Burger and Lobster.
Oh yeah.
And then he's out in NY.
There's a few people who there's definitely a few people out here who've made the jump. I know Sam Airy comes out quite a lot. He loves it over here.
I was speaking with him on this other week. Yeah. That's the thing. I think if I went, I'd want to live there.
Yeah, you would look. You would. That's what New York does to you, though. It's an amazing place. It's tough and it's intense, but it kind of like sucks you in. And then everyone who comes are like, we love it, and everyone wants to come back, but. It just has an energy. It just has that kind of like center of the universe feel that when you're walking around the streets, you're like, this is insane. And then and then you just feel the buzz. It's similar to London, you do get it, but because Manhattan is actually smaller, it feels more condensed and just more intense. And because it's so many buildings, there's not really many greenery or trees or whatever. It just has that just big city crazy feeling, and that's what we miss. Like whenever I go, I always have about 6 months, and I've been in the city. I'm like, right, I need to get out. I need to go back home. I need to go see parents and mum and dad or whatever, and go back to Leeds. And then after a bit, I'm like, God, I'm actually missing it. I miss that intensity. It's weird. It's kind of like an addiction, really.
I could imagine that. I feel like it almost has its own like energy. Like you have to operate at that pace.
Yeah, you do. And then it is crazy because then you leave and you do move faster and you do have less patience, and I can tell that because when we go out the city and we're like, okay, right, people move at a slower pace here, and we need to adapt to that. Like you said, we need to just be a bit more calm. And then you get back in the city, it's like go, 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 which is why you would love it, because you're like that.
Yeah,
so
I'm definitely. I'm looking forward to heading out, man. You've got me jumping at the bit for it now.
Well, you'll have a good tour guide if you ever make it over. But
100%, brother. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
I'll show you around.
Tell us about this whole circle thing.
Oh yeah.
Because I saw you did an interview with a publication, and that was the first time that I saw it, and I was like, "What? That's like trippy as fuck."
So it's so the Circle's actually a program in the UK. Have you seen it? It's on Channel 4.
I've not seen it. No.
So it's on Channel 4, and it's a kind of like a Big Brother meets like Catfish. So it's a big apartment building, and people are all in their rooms, and they have to communicate through a social media profile. And some people are real. So some people are themselves, but no one sees each other. They never meet, but they communicate through a social media profile. Some people are real, and then some people are fake. Some people are pretending to be someone else. And the idea of the premise is to be the most popular person, and then if you're the last, people get like voted out or whatever every week, and then if you're the last person in, you win. I think it was like you win 250 grand or whatever. So someone was pretending. So the US version was on Netflix, and Netflix kind of like bought it and ran with it, and they made their own program, and they put it on Netflix in the US. So someone was pretending to be me. so my kind of like face and social media profile is on, but it was actually this other guy called Alex, and he was pretending to be like a New York jock kind of guy, and I got quite, it was a bit weird, but I had like a backstage. So backstage is a place where you can like get like adverts, commercials, a few modeling things or whatever, and they reached out and were like, oh, would you be interested in like submitting some pictures? If you get chosen, then we'll pay you like $1,000. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'll send a few pictures in. Anyway, they rang me up and were like, so yeah, your pictures have been chosen. Someone's going to be pretending to be you. And I found out it was going to be on Netflix like a week before it aired. It came out on like New Year's Eve, actually, on New Year's Day. And yeah, it was a weird few months. I had to do an interview with Esquire, Huffington Post. I did a few other things, but it was a bit of fun, I guess. And
what was it like seeing yourself on telly like that, in that capacity, not having any autonomy over who you are?
It was weird. It was weird actually, because like I said, the people on the show thought it was me, but people watching, like me or you watching the show, could see it wasn't me, which was fine. But it was weird because the guy Alex was actually a really nice dude, but he was trying to pretend to be a jock, and he wasn't one. So he was going, oh, hey ladies, whoever arouses me the most will get to go on a date with me, or something like this. And I was like, who uses the words arouse in these
Ron
days?
Burgundy.
I was watching it, and then these people were cringing, and I'm cringing because they think I'm saying it, but it was funny actually, because you could obviously see it wasn't me saying it, and it was funny seeing how someone else was acting, trying to be me. But yeah, I had so many people just message me going like, what on earth? I'm watching Netflix and your pictures just came up. So it was funny, but I don't think it's on Netflix in the UK. I think it's just on
Nah.
the US. But I'm interested. I wonder whether they would ever go on the UK one. But it's funny. I got a few extra followers, maybe a couple thousand more followers, so that was worth it.
Do you reckon? I know you weren't involved in it per se, but would you ever get involved in that style of life, like the reality TV side of life?
So good question, actually. So I was happy being more behind the scenes, and it made me realize that because the other people who are on it are all like kind of like mini celebrities now. They've all got like some of them have like nearly 1 million followers. It's crazy, and but then actually being and watching it, I had so much anxiety, like watching just my picture, and then I was like, nah, I don't think I would want to do anything else. I was like, that's enough. It was a nice little taster of it. Like, there's a lot of other things that would come with, I don't know, if you've got more attention, media attention, and that can come with negative things as well. So I'm happy with my life. Don't really need any more TV shows or whatever. But it was fun. It was exciting. If something good came along, then maybe. But I don't think I'm itching to be a mini celebrity.
I think you're right, brother. I think how you brought that down is like you would have seen the potential of where it could have gone. Like you say, an extra 1,000 followers just off the back of that, right? And you weren't even necessarily involved in it. So you would have been dipped into the sea of where it could have taken it. And it's like,
I definitely dipped my
I
toe,
do think sometimes with reality TV, it's like, what are they craving? Because that does sound like such a cool social experiment. It, you know, like when Big Brother originally happened, and it. Oh, sorry. Did you hear any of that?
Yeah, I got it. 1 second. I think my battery went, but it's back now. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you, brother. I can see you.
All right.
Yes.
We're back.
So, no,
we're back. Go on.
I was just saying that I wonder what it is, what people go on for reality TV for, because obviously they're craving the attention, because that does sound like a really cool actual social experiment, just how Big Brother was back in the day when it was Craig and Nasty Nick and, you know, had that. Do you remember that, them days?
I do, actually,
Craig,
wasn't he the first winner or something?
Yeah, Craig, Scouse Craig, when he was proper quiet, and then because he I'm going to do a really bad Scouse accent then, but I won't. I'll save everybody's ears. But he was proper going at Nick. No, you showed me, Nick. You wrote it down, Nick. You wrote it down. Like, you wrote it down and showed me her name. You showed me her name. So, yeah. Thank you. I can't do a Scouse accent, but I can do a good Craig.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, so it's mad. I wonder, like what people are going for. Like, did you get to go to like a casting wrap-up party or anything like that?
No, nothing. No, I spoke to a lot of them like over Instagram and whatever, but they kept like me, and I think there was another profile that was used. They kept us quite separate, I think, and then they're the ones who were actually on the show, and they were the reality TV stars or whatever, and mine was just the pictures. But yeah, people crave it, don't they? People crave just, I don't know, getting famous, and that's not something I've ever really craved, so I don't really look for it. But yeah, people have the itch, want to be on TV, and that's fine, I guess. Yeah, people want that, and it gets exciting. You can get jobs from it. You can get money from it.
Opportunities, innit?
Yeah, definitely. It can definitely offer up some opportunities. So, and I know it has for a lot of the people who are actually on the show already. Like loads of them are getting sponsorship deals and all that kind of stuff. So it can work in a good way, but it also puts you in the spotlight a lot, and that's not something that I'm really craving.
I was speaking with Matt Healy, because obviously he was on MasterChef.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
And we were speaking about that because there's a lot of feedback that he may get that is more personal and not necessarily about, say, the food or the venue. And I said to him, do you feel like you're public property? And he sort of took a second. He was like, he probably thinks he could be, but it
Yeah.
works in a good way when people go on like MasterChef tours and they want to go see all the restaurants and they want a photo with him. So it is
Right.
balancing the two. But like you say,
Yeah.
like he didn't go on that to crave that. He went on for the opportunity and the rest came
Opportunity.
from it. But I
And
do
it's
think
worked,
that a
right?
lot of
It's
people,
worked for him.
yeah, he's smashing it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a good thing. Like if it offers up a great opportunity. But like you said, the balance is, yeah, people see you on TV, they can talk negative about you. Like Netflix rang me and they were saying, hey, just if you do go forward with this, like they could give opinions on you. People might start talking about your appearance and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't mind. But they definitely warned me and said, look, if you do want to go ahead with it, then you might get attention from the press or this. So there's obviously a risk that you have to be aware of before any TV opportunities come along. So I'm sure Matt got his fair share of media attention from it as well. But it all looked like it worked really well for him. I'd love to go and eat at his place.
Yeah, works out well. It's a good place as well.
Yeah. What is it, the Foundry?
Yeah, Matt Ely versus times at the Foundry.
At the Foundry.
It's like an X.
I love that building. I remember when it actually used to be the Foundry. Do you remember before that? Yeah.
Yeah, I've never really ate there, but I remember going in that courtyard a bit because there's a few other like independent like marketing places around there which did some stuff. But yeah, what he's done with it now is really cool, and it's a real good sun trap as well.
Is it? I would love to check it. Well, Leeds has changed so much since I've left. There's so much going on there. All new bars, and I see that Cole Lane as like outside seating, outside cactus and stuff now, which wasn't there when I was there. It looks amazing. Yeah. But there's so many new places that every time I come back, I'm like, I need to go and check them all out, but I don't have enough time to go and eat at all these new restaurants. But it's good for me.
When you come back, do you feel slammed a bit because you've got to be here, there, and everywhere?
Yeah, so I usually come back at Christmas, but I'll go down to my wife's, like, she lives in, her mum lives in Cambridge. So we go there for a little bit, spend some time with her mum and family, and then we go up to Leeds, and I usually have to have like one day to kind of see everyone, do everything, and try and fit it all in, and then I usually have to go fly back, or then go back down to London. I usually fly out of London, and then it's usually Christmas, so I'm busy over Christmas. But yeah, I usually have one day where I try and be like, right, I'm going to be at this place, because instead of me trying to meet everyone, I usually say, I'm going to be at a Porto at 5 o'clock. Yeah. If anyone wants a drink, then come meet me. So that's usually the best way it works, and whoever can come, then I usually get to have a quick beer with them. But it's too fast, though. I would love to have more time, but we just have to try and see everyone, don't we?
That's it. And I suppose the thing is as well, like, even I don't get to go out down Cole Lane as much as I previously did because I'm DJing in Manchester most weekends. Right. But even when I go in, you get sucked in and it's like, oh, I'll go at last bus. All right. Oh, I'll get a taxi in a minute. All right. So it must be even harder for you who don't see anyone for ages and you're in there and you've got to be like clock watching, knowing that you know what time's coming at a certain time.
I know that's my problem is I get too excited and then I've got to go home and have like dinner, or like it's Christmas, so I don't want to be too hungover. And as you know, it can spiral out pretty quick when you're down the lane with the lads. So I always have to try and keep a lid on it when I get back. But no, it's always good fun to go and have a few Jaeger bombs.
Do you reckon there could be scope for like a bit of a Leeds jaunt over to New York? Like that's just come to me. Like if all the heads went over like a proper like almost like a touristy sightseeing one.
100%. It's easy to get over. It's only a 5-hour flight. It's not like it's really close. Everyone thinks it's so far away, but just London to New York I think it's about 5.5, 6-hour flight, which isn't huge, and it's direct, and you can you set off and get there for the afternoon, and you can have a long weekend in New York. You really could. Just depends. Like if you can get a good deal, you can usually find some good deals. Like you can get flights for like a couple £100 if you find the right time. So do a long weekend. I'll take everyone around, show them the sights.
that'd be ace, because because me and Ricky do a IBE, which is the
Yeah, that's awesome. Can you? Yeah,
yeah.
we'll have to do it over here.
Yeah, well, that's it. You never know. You never know. We've got our eyes on something like that. But it'd be cool if, like, because we've got that collective now, if we could maybe, become like travel agents. That'd be a nice extension to us. Like, just just more
Might as
community
well.
things for the industry to do together. I think it'd be sick.
It'd be awesome. Yeah, you could definitely get group trips. You speak to like travel agents or whatever and find the best flights and deals. But yeah, you can get good deals to come over to New York. And there's so much to see. Like a long weekend wouldn't be long enough, but you could at least get a lot in and do it. But when do you have another IBE coming up?
Well, the thing is, we're meant to have one in April, and then this is when all this sort of kicks off. And then actually, what date we're going to have one probably the first week of July, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen either. So it'll
And is
probably
it still
be
the
November.
hospitality industry?
Pardon?
Is it still like bartenders again? Is it still hospitality industry?
Yeah. That's all our remit will be, just to focus on that. So we've got like we tried taking it to Manchester, and it was all right. Like a lot of love for it over there, but it just feels like it's for us anyway, like a Leeds thing. And then if anyone else wants to do another thing, then let them do their thing. But we just want to focus properly on Leeds because it is special that like the way that everybody gets on.
It looks so good. I would love to love to go and be there at the next one. But where was it? Was it at Town Hall? Yeah,
we did Town Hall. We did Corn Exchange first, then we did Town Hall, which was crazy. That was actually crazy.
That's
nice.
And
then we did well. I think we got about 700 heads there. And then we did Halo, which turned into a club called Church, which Back to Basics took over. So it was really well kitted out. We did there twice. And then we found a new venue just on like the edge at City Centre, New Craven Hall, which looks like it's going to be our home. It's nice and cosy and just cool.
Perfect.
Really cool.
And it's easy just to get out from the city.
Yeah, well, it's not even like, it's still city centre. It's like that, almost like getting to Crown Point from city.
I know.
It's one of them little pockets.
Oh, I got it. No, I know exactly what you mean.
So it's not too far out. It's like going to Beaverworks or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Like, so it's pretty much like, it's £4 in a taxi or what have you.
Amazing.
So no, it's good, man. It's really good. It's really good. But yeah, I think like, because the whole goal behind that is to unite the industry, basically.
Yeah.
Because one thing I always realised is that even though the industry is responsible for everybody's like socialising, they don't get to socialise because they're working at the times when everyone is socialising. Yeah. So just because you're in the industry, you might not know who works at a different bar because you're working at the same time. So we wanted to like break that bridge down basically and let everybody get a bit more involved with one another.
I know, well, it's obviously been a huge success. It looks so much fun.
Nice.
It looks awesome.
It's class.
I love watching all the videos that Craig does, I think, doesn't he? Craig Crouchman. He's awesome,
Craig's
isn't he?
sick.
Yeah.
So
he's
good.
Very
he's
talented.
So good. So talented, that guy. Very, very talented, that guy.
I love it. Oh, good times, mate. God, well, I'll have to catch up with you next time I'm back home. I'll definitely let you know.
100% do. Definitely do. It'd be good to have a bevy or two, mate. Definitely a few scoops. It'd be good.
Yeah.
And likewise, tout me around New York, mate.
I will. I'll link you up. I will definitely do that after this. I'll put you in touch with a few people. We'll get a show on the books, and then we'll get you over here. How does that sound?
Mate, sounds like the dream.
I love it, dude.
Well, you stay safe and thank you for catching up with us. And man, it's been good hearing from you.
Yeah, it's been good catching up, buddy. And I'll see you soon, all right?
Take care, stay safe through this, man. Take it easy.
Will do, man.
Bye.
See you, bud. Bye.
There we are, catching up with Eddie Van Heel, the owner of the coolest name and also living the life in New York. So I wanted to find out a bit more about New York. You know how it is. So that was a cool chat there. If you're new to this is Loose Lips. I'm Ben Random, and you can find all our previous chats on YouTube at Pop Cult Chic and also on Instagram at pop.cult.chic. I've got 2 more chats that's going to be coming up today. A chat at 6 with a videographer, Ben Marsh, and then at 7 with James Guy, who is the CEO and founder of King of the Hills. Ben, I can see you're in the group, my brother. We're going to be chatting in 20 minutes, so I'm going to log off this chat here and then we'll speak in 20 minutes. Peace.